Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay, now let's read this. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow.
You know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, you know, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
Sunny Hostin just discovered that marrying Mr. Monopoly with a RICO twist wasn't the savvy financial move she thought it would be. And Joe Rogan, he's having way too much fun with the fallout. From daytime talk shows to full-blown bankruptcy. Court, this saga has more twists than a Netflix docuseries. Did Joe really say what we think he did? Oh yes, he went there, and it was savage. Buckle up.
It's interesting, because I think Sunny is very intelligent, but she's ideologically captured.
Right.
You know, it's sort of, I think the other ones, there's a couple of the other ones, don't have to name any names, are just very dull-minded. But I think Sunny's not one of them. I think she's smart, but captured.
Sure.
There's rich, there's famous, and then there's Sunny Hostin marrying into what might be the most unintentionally hilarious financial crime saga of the decade. When your husband is accused of orchestrating a $450 million fraud so absurdly over the top, it sounds like he took career advice from the ghost of Bernie Madoff. You don't just lose credibility, you become the punchline of Joe Rogan's next viral monologue. And oh, did Rogan deliver.
You're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the loss because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that. This is accused.
All accused. Yeah, all accused, but he's in the RICO. This is a big RICO case.
Normally, when Joe Rogan starts mocking someone, it's because they said something ridiculous about aliens, psychedelics, or kettlebells. But this time, it wasn't a rant about pseudoscience or a wild UFC fight. No, this time it was a full-blown, televised meltdown starring Sunny Hostin, the queen of finger-wagging on The View, who apparently missed a crucial memo. If you're going to preach ethics on national television, it helps if your husband isn't secretly auditioning for a Netflix docuseries called How to Launder $500 million.
I get it. I also hate Joy Behar. So I don't love you, but I also hate that squawking bird. So I hate the whole thing. And frankly, that show, you want to talk about a show that set women back, is The View. You want to talk about that show. If the CIA is engineering, Antifa and fucking the Capitol riot, some crazy misogynist engineered The View, because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of, like, there are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. None of them have gone near the set of The View. I mean, they have brought in the lowest tier of the, what is it, the Y chromosome?
No, double X.
Okay.
Double X.
They brought in the lowest of the double X's for that one. It's rough.
Yeah, did you?
Sunny, the ever-pious, ever-judgmental co-host of The View, has built an entire brand on smug righteousness. Her tone is so sanctimonious, you'd think she moonlighted as a Vatican consultant. Every time she speaks, it sounds like a TED Talk wrapped in condescension and sprinkled with a touch of elitist flair. And now, all of that is unraveling faster than her credibility at a...
I don't know. Hey, this is the most important part. This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them because they're double-checked by ABC News, and then making the stupidest fucking statement. Like, you didn't listen to what I said. Yeah. You didn't listen to what the wildlife biologist, and that's only a part of what he said.
I can't believe
the other
Joy
part of what he
Behar
said
didn't
was
weigh.
there was something before that where he was explaining encounters with giant reptiles. And then there's also listen.
It doesn't make sense to me
There-
that a middle-aged woman could be dumb.
When you're worried about losing your job and
Yeah.
you're worried about podcasts taking over and who's the source of news, and we said Donald Trump was Hitler, but half the country disagreed with us and he won, and this is fucking great, and Joe Rogan believes in dragons. It's this frame.
Let's not beat around the fraud bush. Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hustin, is allegedly knee-deep in a $450 million RICO case that makes your average Ponzi scheme look like a lemonade stand. This isn't some petty white-collar blunder. It's a full-blown, high-octane Ferris wheel of financial grand larceny. Allegedly, of course, because we must preserve the illusion of innocence until proven guilty. But let's not pretend we're talking about just anyone. This is Sunny Hostin. The same Sunny who treats every political conversation like a courtroom drama, with herself as judge, jury, and moral executioner. The same Sunny who's never met a soapbox she didn't want to stand on, or a dissenting opinion she didn't swat away like a fly at a wine tasting. The Sunny who believes being loud and legally adjacent qualifies her as the nation's ethical compass. And now, her moral high horse has just tripped over a federal indictment. The real hero in all this? Unofficially, and definitely unwillingly, it's Joe Rogan.